Hello students, in continuity of chapter 3 human reproduction, today in last lecture we are going to study about fertilization, implantation, pregnancy and embryonic development. Now you are aware of what is formation of male and female gametes, sperm and ova in human, how reproduction mechanism take place. After formation of male and female gamete, the main process, that is fertilization process. It is a process of fusion of a sperm with an ovum. Sperm is haploid in nature and ovum, ova or egg cell is also haploid in nature, and by fusion of these gametes, zygote is formed, that is 2n diploid in nature. Where does this process take place? The location of this process is ampullary region of the fallopian tubule in female. During the process of fertilization, copulation take place. At that time, semen from male released in penis, it moves towards vagina, that is insemination process. So this way, during this process, sperm further move to cervix region up to uterus, ampullary region of fallopian tubule, where exactly this process take place. So we can understand after formation of male and female gamete, this process take place, that is known as fertilization process in human. If we talk about mechanism, at this time one sperm come in contact with zona pellucidea layer of the ovum and induces changes in the membrane that block the additional sperm. As you know, million of sperms are produced in male at a time, but in female only at a time one egg cell is produced. So there is competition between these sperms because number of sperms are more and egg cell is only one that is ready for fusion process. During this process, secretion of acrosome is very helpful. It induces completion of meiotic division of secondary oocyte. You know very well about spermatogenesis process and oogenesis process. Second meiotic division is also unequal and results in the formation of a second polar body and a haploid ovum, oocyte. When fertilization takes place at that time, sperm N in nature, ovum N in nature, both are haploid cell, undergo the mechanism of fertilization and zygote is developed, that is 2n diploid in nature. Zygote is the first cell for life. Sex determination. How sex is determined in human? In male human, the composition of chromosome, that is XX, and in female XX. Okay, so in male it is XY and in female it is XX. When during spermatogenesis and oogenesis process, these gametes are formed, at that time male gamete may be X or Y in nature and female gamete, that is possibility is only X because it possesses both XX chromosome. So male gamete is either X or Y and female gamete is X. When during fertilization process fusion take place, at that time two possibilities are there. If X fuse with X of female, it means sperm possesses X and ova possesses X, it means that it result into XX, formation of female baby or child. And if the male gamete possesses Y, at that time female, as you know, always X in nature, okay, fusion process take place and resulting zygote, that is XY in nature, that is male. So possibility of human, two possibilities are there, either male XY or female XX is produced. This is known as sex determination. Now let's study one figure which suggests ovum surrounded by few sperms. Millions of sperms are produced during spermatogenesis and they are ready to penetrate ova or ovum. But only one sperm can penetrate this ova or egg cell. Here you can say that one ovum is surrounded by number of sperm. Ovum is surrounded by layer zona pellucida. Cells of corona radiata you can see here. Sperms are coming for entry to penetrate ova. So ovum surrounded by few sperms, that is resulting in fertilization process. After fertilization, implantation is important. Result of fertilization, that is development of zygote, two and mixture. Further division are now only mitotic type of division. Here it takes place cleavage type of division. By the result of this cleavage division, single cell zygote, from single cell 2 cell, 4 cell, 8 cell and 16 daughter cells are formed. These cells are known as blastomeres. So from zygote through cleavage division, blastomeres are formed. Morula. This term is important here. Embryo having 8 to 16 blastomere, that is blastocyst. Okay, denoted as morula. This blastocyst having outer layer, that is known as trophoblast, and inside it possesses inner group of cell, that is inner cell mass. Trophoblast attached to endometrium, uterine cell divide rapidly now. Implantation is actually blastocyst becomes embedded in the endometrium of the uterus. So this way, after fusion of gametes, zygote is formed. Zygote undergo repeatedly division, mitotic division, blastomeres are formed, morula stage come, blastocyst is formed, and ultimately in the wall of uterus, endometrium, implantation of this stage take place. Figure you can observe here, it is about embryo implantation in human. Here you can see arrangement of uterus having some same structure. Above it also various stages you can see A, B, C, D, that is division of cell through this process. Okay. Here in the wall of uterus inside you can see blastocyst implantation. Then during fertilization process you can clearly see a sperm penetrate the ova, zygote is formed, 2 cell structure, 4 cell, 8 cell and 16 cell morula stage you can see in this figure also. Okay. In fallopian tube this fertilization process take place, it pass through further mechanism and ultimately in the wall of uterus implantation of this embryo take place. So this figure is giving clear idea about implantation of embryo in human. Various stages of this from 1 cell zygote to 2 cell, 4 cell, 8 cell, 16 cell and ultimately blastocyst implantation take place. Next topic is pregnancy and embryonic development. After fertilization process, after embryonic implantation, the next event, that is very important event, that is pregnancy and embryonic development in human. After implantation, chorionic villi appear on trophoblast surrounded by uterine tissue and maternal blood. One term is important here, that is placenta. What is placenta here? Chorionic villi and uterine tissue jointly form a structural and functional unit between developing embryo and maternal body. This structural and functional unit is known as placenta. Actually it is connection between developing embryo and maternal body, mother. Okay, so we can say actually placenta is a jointly structural and functional unit of chorionic villi and uterine tissue. Placenta is considered as a lifeline for embryo developing inside the body of mother. Why it is known as lifeline? Because there are some important of placenta are observed, and that's why it is known as lifeline. Without placenta, developing embryo can't survive and further development take place. So some importance of placenta. This placenta actually supply oxygen and nutrient to the developing embryo. So the oxygen required for further development as well as for nourishment, various type of nutrients are required. It is provided through placenta from mother body to developing embryo. Over and above this, it is important for removal of carbon dioxide and excretory or waste material produced by embryo. It is also very essential process because waste produced during this development, it is must to remove. So it is also removed from same passage. Role of placenta as an endocrine tissue. Endocrine, you can understand, endocrine means the hormone secretion take place. So this placenta also secrete some hormones, and role of placenta as an endocrine tissue is very important. First, HCG, human chorionic gonadotropin. Second, HPL, human placental lactogen. 3. Estrogens, and 4. progesterones. So this way, through development of placenta, when it acts as an endocrine tissue, these 4 types of hormone, HCG, HPL, estrogen and progesterones are secreted. These are very important for various stages of developing embryo. Relaxin is also one type of hormone secreted by the ovary in the later phase of pregnancy. During pregnancy, estrogens, progesterones, cortisol, prolactin, thyroxine, etc. are increased in maternal blood, which are essential for supporting fetal growth, metabolic changes in mother and maintenance of pregnancy. So during this mechanism, placenta secretes some hormone, HCG, HPL, estrogen, progesterone, as well as hormones during this pregnancy secreted by ovary, that is relaxin, and from maternal body, mother body, some other hormones are also secreted. Their level also increases, which are important for fetal growth during embryo development. After implantation process, inner cell mass in embryo differentiate into 3 layers. Which are these 3 layers? First, ectoderm, it means outermost layer. Second, endoderm, innermost layer. And third, that is mesoderm, it means middle layer. At maturity, all these 3 layers, they develop further organ and organ system in developing embryo. Stem cells. The inner cell mass contains certain cells which have the potency to give rise to all the tissue in organs in placenta. The group of cell known as stem cell. You have heard about this word. What is stem cell? What is important? Now you can understand. It is having ability, it is having capacity to develop any type of tissue and organ in human. Nowadays, these stem cells are also preserved. During this mechanism, they are collected from the body and stem cell banks are available. In this stem cell banks, they are preserved. So in future, if a human being is having any type of problem, medical issues, at that time this stem cell can be useful. So concept of stem bank is there. If we talk about average time period of human pregnancy, it lasts 9 months. At various months of pregnancy, different features are observed. Let's study figure of human fetus within the uterus. Now you are aware of fertilization process, implantation process, which changes occur during this process and where does it take place. In this figure you can clearly see the arrangement of uterus having fetus or embryo. It is already implanted embryo. You can see this uterus inner side wall, endometrium wall, placenta, you can see placental villi, it is surrounded by placental villi. Okay. This developing embryo is surrounded by yolk sac. Further nutrition is provided. It is arranged in cavity of uterus. Placental arrangement, umbilic cord, it is observed here with its vessels. Okay. So this way in human female uterus, after process of fertilization and implantation, this way fetus or developing embryo is arranged. It is connected with mother body with placenta and umbilic cord, and through this placenta nourishment, nutrition is provided to this developing embryo and further development up to 9 months take place here. So implantation of embryo is very important after fertilization process. Now some features of embryonic development. As you know, it takes 9th month period approximately about in female. Gradually how does this embryo develop month wise, period wise, and which changes or features appear in this developing embryo. After 1 month of pregnancy, heart is formed in fetus. By the end of 2nd month, fetus develops limbs and digits. Next, by the end of 12 weeks, it is known as first trimester, approximately 3 months, major organ system form in developing embryo. Next, during 5th month, first movement of fetus and appearance of hair on the head observed. By the end of 24 weeks, body of fetus is covered with fine hair, eyelids separated and eyelashes form. And lastly, ultimately, by the end of 9 months, fetus is fully developed. It means that it looks like young one and it is ready to deliver from the body of mother. So during pregnancy, when inside the mother body, this embryo develop at that time 1 to 9th month period. During this 9th month period, it show different type of features. After 1 month, heart is formed. It is also diagnosed by stethoscope, heartbeats experience. End of 2nd month, limbs development. 3rd month, major organ system. 5th month, first movement of fetus and appearance of hair. 24 weeks, body is covered with hair, eyelids separate, eyelashes form, and ultimately, finally, by the end of 9 months, fetus is now fully developed. Parturition and lactation. What is parturition? After delivery of the fetus, actually, it's a process of this delivery which under control of neuroendocrine mechanism and induce fetal ejection reflex in the body of mother. So it's actually process of childbirth. We can simply say childbirth or delivery process from the body of mother. After the development of 9 months, when fetus is completely developed, fully mature, so at that time parturition mechanism take place. Oxytocin hormone is very harmful here. It induces uterine contraction. It's a neuroendocrine mechanism. It means that under the control of our nerve system, it is observed. At that time, for contraction of uterine, oxytocin hormone is released, and it is actually required, must, for birth of child from the body of mother. So this mechanism is known as parturition mechanism in human female. Then lactation is very important. Actually it is production of milk from mammary glands. You have already studied detailed structure of mammary gland and its function. Now it's time for lactation process, which is produce milk from mammary glands, and it is very important for nourishment of child. Colostrum. It is a milk produced during the initial few days, which contains several antibodies which are absolutely essential to develop resistance for the newborn babies. So colostrum, initial days in the body of mother, mammary glands, the secretion of milk, it is known as colostrum. And what is its importance? It possesses some antibodies required for developing child. So this way in human being, in human female, parturition and lactation process take place.